boy, where did you go?
Someone got loose. Hey boy, come on. No, that's disgusting. Come on, boy.
That's so
Look.
nice.
Recap time. Yes, from the beginning.
So, time to do a recap of our weekend. We didn't do any intro, so it's gonna be
No intro, no footage during the weekend, nothing. So this is going to be the only video. This is going to be a quick one, but we just wanted to get a word on what happened this weekend.
We have a few footage, but as we're still new to vlogging, we either didn't have room on our phone anymore, or no batteries on the phone, or no batteries on the GoPro. Yeah. So now we're filming. Now that the weekend is done. You might remember from our El Campo videos, Madison and Ray, that we met the first night we arrived at El Campo. We were starving to death, and they saved us by inviting us to their van and cooking a meal for us, which was so nice and good, and we're so happy to find them. And we stay in contact, and it's what, a month after El Campo, a bit more?
A little over a month.
A little over a month now. And they organized a Vansgiving. So pretty cool concept where 15 vans were all together for a few meals at their shop property. So they have a shop because they help people building vans. And around that shop, they've got like a lot of room. So the 15 vans are parked there. If you go on their Instagram, you can see some pictures. It was pretty cool, pretty neat. We really met a lot of different people, different vans. Some people at the build stage like us. So it was nice to be able also to give some advices on what we did and we're still doing. And mostly what was super great was to have this morning a bit of time just with Ray and Madison to have a lot of advices during a consultation because it's actually their business, so they know a lot. And I guess you can talk about it, how useful it was.
Yeah, so when we saw their van at El Campo, we were amazed because it's a huge van with a huge solar system, all electrical, just like what we want to do. Maybe not the same size, but they had a lot of great tips when we talked back then. And their business is to outfit vans, whether it's to do the full build or just consultations as we did on certain part of the build. So our main concern was the electrical, because we did it all on our own based on...
You did it all on your own because honestly, I have nothing to do with electrical.
So our system right now was based on YouTube knowledge and Pinterest knowledge and all of this, everything that I could gather from the internet. It is working. It was working, then stopped working, then worked again. So I wasn't too confident in what I did. So I wanted to get Ray to look at the van, and we got a consultation for about, I think, an hour or so.
Yeah.
We walked him through our system and he gave us advice on improvements that we can do. We actually did an okay job. Like everything's in place. There's a couple of improvements that I can do on the size of the wires that I used, on the location of our fuse box. I guess we'll go through them once I actually do the changes that he recommended. But it was very nice. It was very good. And he also looked around the van. We're thinking about installing a heater as well in the van eventually. This is something they do.
Yeah.
So he looked around the van and
help us to figure out how to, like, the placement of the heater, the best strategy for it.
And so it was great to have him look at our van and see that our electrical was okay but needed improvement, that we can still install a heater in a location that's convenient enough, and that is also going to protect our water and electrical system during the winter, because this is something that we don't really think about, or that the internet doesn't tell you. Is that your systems need to be winter-proofed, I guess?
Winterized.
Winterized. You don't want your water to freeze. You don't want your batteries to be too cold.
Yeah, because what Madison was explaining is, like, most of the people who are doing van life, they're in California, in Australia, like in different places where they don't have a winter like we have in Canada. So a lot of advices are not easy to find yet for our case and their case. So they learned it the hard way by doing like 2 winters with like full weeks at minus 30 Celsius. So they have that knowledge. They know exactly what should be done because they did it. So they're the best people to help us, definitely.
So it was very nice to get that consultation, and I think we will go with them for the heater install just to make sure it's done properly and we don't freeze to death during winter.
And it's especially reassuring because you're putting so much effort, so much money, so much time on the build to look nice, and one of the small mistakes we made might end up starting a little fire.
Yeah, well, basically the wires that we used were too small for the current that was going through them, and that means that the wires get hot if there's too much current, and hot wire can mean fire.
Yeah, so imagine.
Also on the storage of our batteries, like right now we have 2 batteries that are positioned in a certain way, and what I didn't know with lithium batteries is that you can put them any position you want, horizontal, vertical, on their side, whatever, and this is going to be a huge space saver for us. But we'll go through that as we do what he recommended, and I guess you'll see them as well when we get some battery in our camera and we film when we install the heater. Hopefully, if we get better by then. That was the recap of our weekend.
A very
nice weekend.
Fun, and good learnings, and very interesting. We had like games, we had so much fun, drinking all together around a fire camp. It was like so nice to be out and enjoy the van life a little, because we are so caught up in the build, then experiencing those moments give you like a reboost. You're like, okay,
this is why we're doing this.
And kind of like, you're tired, you're like, I just want to be done, why it's taking so long, or why that step is so long. And when you do that, you're like, okay, even if it's a bit longer still, it's still going to worth it at the end. So it's just a reboost weekend that was so nice to have.
It was. And we got to meet new people that we never met before, and new vans that we visited that we never saw before. So
and
even more motivation.
If you check our Instagram, I think there we will put the handle of all the people we met. Super cool people. So if you want to follow more people doing van life or building, because some of them are still in the building step, don't hesitate to check our Instagram and try to find the picture around the day we're gonna edit and push that video on our channel. Hopefully not in 3 months.
we don't see the van in this video, so we can post it now. It's just a chat. Like, we just wanted to get this out because this is how we feel and this is what we loved about that weekend.
We might see the van because we're going to put the footage we did when Raynor was looking at it.
It's a small peek, like nothing that you didn't see at El Campo yet.
And we're going to try to catch up. We're saying that at every videos, but we need to do it and to catch up.
We're doing pretty well on the build. Like, we're working, I shouldn't say that if we post it now, but we're working on the water system. Spoiler alert. And so when that's done, that's going to be the last major thing to do. And after that, we're going to take some more time to edit our videos and post the builds. Because right now, to you guys, maybe the van is just barely insulated. But it's actually way more advanced than this.
Like,
can't wait to share it.
Because we wanted to take the opportunity of all the sunny days and warm times of the year to work actually on the van. And winter we're not going to do much, maybe like some aesthetic little tweaks here and there. This winter we're gonna have way more time to push all our content and be ready for March, because it's gonna be travel time. So no more build video, it's gonna be travel videos, which will be more cool, I think.
Yes, and more fun to edit than just time lapses of us working on the van.
Exactly.
So
I
think that's it.
Yeah.
We'll enjoy one last look at the view behind us, because we're north of Ontario right now. The fall colors are starting to fade.
But they're still amazing.
They're still amazing. Some of the trees already are naked, I guess. If we can say that. But we're gonna take a few minutes to enjoy this time and then head back home to Toronto and actually get some work done.
Not like work, not van work.
And actual work, because that needs to happen as well. So All right, there you go, guys. Bye.